Come seeking an investment from the sharks. 5 powerful self-made investors worth billions. In the tank, the sharks are ready to invest using their own money, but only for the right person with the right business.
Barbara, I got something special for you, baby girl.
I'd like to hear more about it.
And if the sharks hear a good idea, they'll fight each other for a piece of it.
You want to go 50-50 and get rid of Damon? I'll go in with you.
Yes or no, because it is about to be retracted.
But first, the entrepreneurs must convince a shark to invest the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
The star power that I have...
You have no star power. You're awful.
Who are the sharks? Kevin O'Leary knows how to make money. He started a software business in his basement, which he eventually sold for $3.2 billion. Barbara Corcoran. This fiery real estate mogul turned a $1,000 loan into a real estate empire worth hundreds of millions in the shark-filled city of Manhattan. Kevin Harrington is the king of infomercials. His genius marketing of products has amassed billions of dollars in sales. Damon John turned rags to riches with his clothing brand FUBU, which has grossed over $6 billion in worldwide retail sales. And Robert Herjavec, the son of a factory worker turned technology mogul, sold his first internet companies for over $350 million. First into the Shark Tank is Kirsten Hathcock, a stay-at-home mom who began her business in order to support her family.
My name is Kirsten, and I live in Los Angeles, California, with my husband and my 12-year-old son and my 8-year-old daughter. I left my job to stay home with my kids, and then my husband lost his job, and so we desperately needed something to help pay the bills. When I was looking for ideas on how to make money, I realized that the answer was right in front of me. So I decided to take matters into my own hands. Without any previous experience, I taught myself carpentry. I think my product could be the next big thing in home furnishings. I think it's already heading there. You know, it's a brand that's recognized. I've been selling my products so much faster than I can build them. If I don't get a deal from the sharks, I just don't know how I can make all this work anymore. I'm physically exhausted. We need money, so I need the sharks' help in order to make this happen, and hopefully I won't have to go out and get another job. My name is Kirsten Hathcock, and my company is Mod Mom Furniture, and I'm seeking $90,000 in exchange for 25% equity. If someone would have told me 10 years ago that I would have an internationally known furniture company out of my garage, I would have said they're absolutely crazy, because 10 years ago, I didn't even know what a jigsaw was. But just 3 years ago, we needed a toy box, and we looked on the market. We wanted it to fit in with our modern style. Couldn't find anything. So I taught myself how to design and build modern toy boxes. I wanted to make them eco-friendly, and I wanted to make them so that they would look good, and they would also be really fun for kids. So I designed them to have a puzzle piece lid, so the kids would actually be more enticed to want to go and put toys away, which is the whole point of a toy box to begin with. The demand is there. Please join me in making Mod Mom Furniture the next $1 million furniture.
Please join me and tell me about your sales.
Sure. Last year I made $34,000. Now this was me being capped at basically building 3 a week. I'm pretty much covered in sawdust daily. I can't keep up with the orders. I'm getting orders from celebrities. I've turned away retailers from 17 different countries.
I just want to be clear. You're building all this by hand?
By hand,
like
in my
yourself,
garage.
Wearing that dress?
No. No, nor the heels. This is a new thing for me. Thank you.
How did you learn?
I taught myself. I'm kind of that person. I dye my own hair. I taught myself how to do website design. It's something that I just do.
That is
so
impressive.
Thank you.
That you can do that.
Thank you.
What do you think it cost you to make one of those, including your time, or had you hired somebody?
For me to build, including my time, this one would be about $115.
What does each piece sell for?
This piece sells for $475, and that includes shipping.
How long does it take you to make one box? How many hours?
In between doing all of the stuff that you have to do as a mom, in and out of working on these things could take 10 hours.
10 hours.
How does your husband feel about that at home? That's a big commitment.
He's been wonderful. You know, we're in a position right now, he's laid off. This is a huge, it's a huge opportunity, and everything's riding on this. He and I are a team, and he supports me as much as I support him, and I want to make this happen for all of us, for my entire family.
He must be newlyweds.
He's lost
No,
his job?
14 years. He lost his job.
Kirsten, I love your story. You know, I think a great marriage is a partnership where somebody falls down, the other person picks up. I love the fact that you're trying to contribute. I only have one issue I'm trying to get my mind around.
Okay.
How do we scale?
With your help, I can actually set up manufacturing with an Amish manufacturer in Ohio, which is where I'm from originally. My Amish manufacturer said he could make 50 to 100 to 1,000 a week if we need to, and I can only make 3 a week.
What are you going to do with the 90,000?
60,000 would be for case goods. So I'll have to have the money up front to say, okay, we need to make a minimum of 25 of this twin bed.
Why bother with beds when you're doing so well with toy boxes right now?
This is how I'm going to grow. This is how it's going to become a big brand company.
Kristen, I have no doubt you're going to have a success on your hands. You already have it. But I think you're grossly underestimating the amount of cash you're going to need, especially if you're dreaming about extending a line.
Right.
So for those reasons, it's just too rich for me. I'm out.
Okay.
Kirsten, unfortunately, I'm petrified of the furniture business. I'm out.
How many of you guys have heard of the Amish fireplace business? It went from zero to over $100 million, and it's an unbelievable success. But the fireplace sells because it's an energy-saving pitch.
Okay.
Buy this fireplace, reduce your heating bill. I don't see the toy box business being the same pop that business has. I'm going to say I'm out.
Okay.
3 sharks are out. Kevin O'Leary and Robert are Kirsten's last chance to get an investment.
Kirsten, I'm going to make you an offer because I love your story. I really do. It's captivating, and it's unique, and it's...
And you're pretty. Trust me.
Oh, here we go again, Barbara.
It's
You're like a broken record. You insult every woman out there with that.
You know, Barbara, that's very sexist of you. I want you to apologize right now.
I will not. It's an advantage. Play it up.
Anyways, let's get down to business. Ignore her. She's obviously not in this deal. The big challenge with your deal is liquidity. In other words, if I give you my money, getting it back could be forever. And I like my capital to come home, just like my children occasionally. So the way I'd like to structure this is I'll give you the 90K. I want 33%, but I want a royalty on my money. Every unit sold, I'm going to get 7.5%. Until I get my 90K back, then the royalty goes away.
Okay.
Kirsten, I'll make you an offer.
Kirsten has a $90,000 offer from Kevin O'Leary, but he wants a 33% stake of her company and a 7.5% royalty. But Robert has a competing offer.
Kirsten, I'll make you an offer. I'll give you the 90,000 for 33%. And here's why I'm a better partner and why I understand small business. You can't pay a royalty when you're starting out. A small business needs to reinvest the cash. I want a royalty, but only if we get above a certain amount in sales. Once the business is healthy, maybe once we get about $500,000 in sales, then we'll sit down and look at a royalty. That point is exactly why Mr. O'Leary doesn't understand how small businesses work.
You know, that's interesting to hear that, but I've actually done this before. Many, many times.
You made toy boxes?
No, I've built distribution all around the world. I know exactly what your challenges are. Trust me, you need somebody who knows how tough it can be, not just how easy it is. You need a guy like me. That 7.5% royalty is the discipline that you're going to have.
Hang on, does this look like a woman who needs to learn discipline to you, my friend?
In life, there's definitive moments. You only get a few of them. This is yours right now. What are you going to do?
I appreciate both offers, I really do, especially in the position I'm in right now. I think the better offer for me is Robert.
Of course it is. Thank you.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Thank you, Kirsten.
Thank you
That's
so much.
great, yeah. Great story.
Thank
I gotta learn what a jigsaw is.
Okay, I'll teach you. I'll teach you. Thank you all so much.
Good luck. Great story.
Thank you. This is what America is about. People starting small businesses like that. This is how I started. This is how you started.
She picked the wrong partner. That's your problem.
This is huge for me. Sorry. It's huge. I built 328 toy boxes with these hands, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
Last season, after a tense bidding war between the Sharks, Robert Herjavec convinced Leslie Hayward to accept his offer.
I'm gonna go with Robert.
Woo!
Let's see what they're up to now.
Grill charms are solid stainless steel markers that you put in your food so they identify your meats before, during, and after grilling. Since being on Shark Tank, my product has gotten rave reviews. My sales increased almost 5,000%. Now, with my husband and biggest supporter by my side, we are getting ready to go to Canada to meet Robert for the biggest meeting of my life.
Mr. Ridgevec has sent us private jets for your trip to Toronto.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, Leslie, nice to see you. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome to my humble home.
When I first met Leslie, there was a real steely determination that you could see. I knew that Grill Charms would do well because I knew Leslie wouldn't let it die.
Now we're on our way to Ontario Gas and Barbecue, the world's largest barbecue store, and we're going to meet with the president, Duff Dixon, and get Grill Charms on the shelves.
It's a perfect fit for our barbecue products and the accessories.
So, do we have a deal?
We have a deal.
Wonderful, Duff. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This has been an amazing experience. Since walking out of the Shark Tank, I couldn't have dreamed bigger than this.
Successful day. Cheers. Cheers.
Congratulations.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Next into the Shark Tank is Stacey Irwin with a product he hopes will be the next big thing in fitness.
My name is Stacey Irwin. My product is called Fitness Stride. I'm looking for $140,000 in exchange for 15% equity in my business. Now, what I have for you is so good that I'm going to serve it to you on a silver platter. Number one, this is the solution to an obesity issue in children. Number two, it solves lower back pains, bad knees, and tighten your abs. And number three, it tones, shape, and firm hips, butt, and thighs in women. And number four, it makes athletes run faster, quicker, longer without doing anything extra. Every get in shape piece of equipment on the market requires this thing called time. But the Fitness Drive allows you to get in shape while you're multitasking. Now walk with me for a minute. I'm gonna give you an example of how this works. I want you to mentally count how many times Megan raises her knee. Now count how many times Zena raises her knee. Actually, Zena raised her knee 4 times because she has no resistance. Just like this. If I was to curl my empty hand 2 times with nothing in it, that's not as good as curling it 1 time with a 25-pound weight. This is so good you can sit down at your desk, not do anything, and burn more calories than being on the treadmill for 45 minutes.
How is that possible?
Trust me, I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
Hold that, grab that, pull that apart a couple times. Barbara, I got something special for you, baby girl.
I'd like to hear more about it.
I'm feeling the magic there, Barbara.
Let me show you how this works. Just a second, hold tight.
I hope my wife never sees this part.
Your knees, hold, open, hold, don't move.
So you're telling me I'm burning calories just moving my knees back?
No, I don't want you to move one muscle.
Oh, really? Oh, that's hard to do.
Hold.
It's starting to hurt.
Let me have it.
Hey, Beast, this is killing me.
Remember I told you you could get a workout by not moving? Now where you feel it at?
Yeah, it's starting to burn. Can you walk with this?
Walk, run, jog. Come here. Now do me a favor. Come here, come here. Do me a favor.
I gotta tell you, it doesn't look that cool.
No, it does not.
Let me explain something to you. Okay, hold on.
Wow.
All right.
Stacey,
Yes.
I don't know if I get it. So I run a lot.
Okay, run 2 miles with it on. You get the same benefit just like you ran 4 or 5 miles.
You couldn't run with this.
If you have a hard time running with it, it's because your connecting tissues are weaker than you think. If you ran a mile in waist-deep water, you burn the same amount of energy running 4 or 5 miles on dry land.
Okay, so Beast, let's talk about the business. What do you sell these for? What do they cost you to make? What's your marketing plan?
$49.95. You get 2 sets of color-coded power bands, give you 36 different resistance combinations.
What does it cost you to make it?
$10 in China. Foot Locker buys it, wholesale for $30.
And you're in Foot Locker.
Foot Locker, Lady Foot Locker, East Bay, Champs, websites.
Has the business been growing over the years, or it's just been staying steady?
Here's the problem that I'm having with this product. Who knows it's in Foot Locker? Who knows it's at Lady Foot Locker? You can have the greatest product in the world. Nobody knows about it.
Exactly, Stacey, which is the problem while you're here.
Exactly.
Stacey, what were your sales last year?
$150,000.
And what did you make on the $150,000?
About $60,000.
So you're evaluating your company at $900,000.
I didn't evaluate my company at $900,000.
Did he ask for 15% for $140,000?
Yes.
That's math.
Yeah.
Okay. $900,000. Okay.
Why? Why?
Well, there's value in the patent.
You're valuing the patent at $500,000?
$400,000.
So, Stacey, for your company to be worth that kind of money, you got to sell a lot. So tell me how you're going to go from 150,000 in sales to millions.
Infomercial.
Stacy, let's ask the infomercial king. Infomercial king.
You know, the problem I have, you made a lot of promises here. You talk about abs, back, thighs, and peace in the Middle East. You know, I only got a burn in the legs here. I don't see it as a total body.
Let me ask you a question. When you walk or run, what part of your body does that affect? Your entire body. Because you're not going to take off your arm and leave it over in the corner.
I love that.
So do you have like any before and after pictures of people that have used this and have had any kind of magical transformation?
Yes, I have. Yes, I do. I helped a lady lose 150 pounds. She wore it underneath her dress. Nobody knew it was there.
One lady?
I cannot see Kevin O'Leary, who doesn't even go to the gym, going home, buying these bands, strapping them on. I just can't see people buying it.
Well, first of all, I'll kick your ass in squash anytime you want. Here's the issue. It's a marketing nightmare. So for that reason, I'm out.
I have no idea if this works or not, but you need to spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to get out there. For that reason, I'm out, Stacy.
Okay.
This year I've looked at about 100 fitness products. Most of them have some kind of really big testimonial base, before and afters.
Right.
And I don't see that here with this product. I'm out.
You just really evaluate the company too much. That makes it too rich of a deal for me, so I'd have to be out.
Well, Stacy, I happen to love your hustle.
And your tush.
Yeah, I have to admit that's looking good too. But I'm just not sold on your product, so for that reason I'm out.
Understand.
But I'm sold on you.
And I'm sold on you too.
Thank you for your time. I got to try and make some money now. Please leave.
I wouldn't talk to a big guy like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with him.
Next into the Shark Tank is the Johnson family, with a business started by the kids.
Hello, my name is Emily Johnson. This is my husband Robin, and these are our children Aaron, Lachlan, and Jake. We're here to tell you about our new product called Flip Outs. It all started 3 years ago on a long car trip. You know how kids get on a long car trip. And in an effort to promote a little peace in the back seat, I challenged the kids to come up with their version of the perfect toy or game. And this is what resulted from that discussion.
The kids' company is called Flip Outs, and they are seeking a $100,000 investment in exchange for a 20% equity stake in the company.
Hi guys, I'm Lachlan, and I'm going to introduce you to the next big thing for kids of all ages, Flip Outs. Flip Outs is a silicone bracelet that holds 5 personalized coins that kids wear, trade, and then track online at the Flip Outs website.
Thank you, Lachlan.
You are welcome. I'm Erin Johnson, and my contribution to the project was a little more artistic with the notion of self-expression. Each coin has its own customized artwork or positive message that's meant to represent who you are or your interests or hobbies or traits. And then on the back of each coin is a 10-digit code that allows kids to track their coin online as it gets traded around the world. I'm Jake. I wanted a toy that had a gaming or trading aspect, and we accomplished this with the Flip Outs website. The Flip Outs website, Web 2.0 community, where kids can create a profile page, blog, chat with friends, give and receive status updates, but most importantly, name, describe, and track their coins online.
How old are you, Jake?
I am 11.
And I'm amazed that you were able to do anything with your sister, because I have 2 daughters and they can't get along for more than...
Oh, we have our moments.
Do you have any sales today?
Oh, yes. Well, in the past 6 months, we've only been selling for 6 months, but we've made almost $20,000.
You've made or you've sold 20?
You sold?
Sold.
$20,000.
And where did you sell it?
Mainly off of the website, but we're also partnered with a sales business representative and a souvenir distributing company who puts it in, theme parks, aquariums, zoos. Hopefully we'll be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame very soon.
So what does it cost to make these, and what do they sell for?
The bracelet and 1 coin we can make for 69 cents. The bracelet retail is $4.99.
Well, I think the real competition today is those bands that you buy, the kind
Silly
of...
bands.
Silly bands. My kids go nuts for those.
This is the next silly band. Big silly bands.
Can you explain to me, why would a kid trade the coin? Does it become personalized in some sense?
Yes, the coin has the code on the back, which on the website you can enter that code and that coin will pop up. Now you can personalize the coin, write something about it, and then once you trade the coin, that person is going to get that message first, and then they can write something about it, and they can write something.
So you really create like a history with each coin.
Correct. Right.
Yeah.
Are people following this now online?
Yes, absolutely.
And how did you get those people to find it online?
We gave it to our whole school, which we go to a small, very small school. Yeah. But we also live in a college town. The college kids love it, so.
How much money have you spent up until this point?
Well, obviously, really, we haven't spent anything, but our parents' money. Our parents have invested about $250,000 in this so far.
Wow.
Wow.
So, Ron, where'd the money go?
Website development was expensive, and patent attorneys were expensive.
This is the first time we've ever had children in the Shark Tank.
And smart ones at that.
Let's talk to the parents for a second. You've spent $250,000. That's serious money. How would you know this would be successful? I mean, this is really a tchotchke. That's what it is.
There's nothing else like it. The tracking and trading is what, we have a patent pending on the tracking trading process. So that's the key. It's not necessarily the bracelet and the coins. We can put the code on anything to track and trade anything, and we're the only ones that can do that.
So can you expand on that a little bit? You can track and trade anything related to kids?
Anything, any tchotchke. It doesn't have to be one. That's a very valuable patent we're talking.
That's put that on baseball cards if they were still
I think the patent could be worth money or maybe nothing at all. But I think the proof is in the application of the patent. And I don't believe this is the right application because I think this is an enormous marketing play that's going to take a ton of money, more money than you're going to be willing to give. I'm out.
Hey, Jake, you remind me of myself. I was a young entrepreneur just like yourself, and I'd like to commend the whole family for this enterprise, but $100,000, I don't think that's enough. I think it's too risky for me, so I'm out.
Can I add one thing? We had interest from another company who wants to make, we don't have the purchase order in hand.
We're in the process of closing this purchase order.
25 million coins and 2 to 3 million bracelets.
Who's going to pay for that inventory?
They're going to pay for the 30% of it up front.
I would come in for $100,000 for 33%, because I think that what you need is the expertise to help navigate all this, as well as do some production yourself.
Any partner has to have massive distribution so you can put it everywhere. Damon has some of that distribution. I don't know, though, if it's the right kind of distribution.
Yeah, but it's really not your business unless you're going to give them an offer.
Yeah.
Guys, what are we going to do? I have an offer on the table, 33%, $100,000, contingent on the patent. We're a team, and we'd really like to see a team here, too.
Oh, you like more than one shark? Well, I could go in with Robert on this thing and blow Damon out. We don't need him. What do you think? I don't even know if it's going to work.
We're going to make it work.
I got a little devil on my shoulder saying, do the deal, do the deal. The other one says, what are you, nuts? You know, besides being Mr. Wonderful, I'm also Mr. Toy. I sold my company to Mattel for over $4 billion. I know those guys. You want to go 50-50 and get rid of Damon?
I'll go in with you.
Okay. We'll do the same percentage.
But 2 sharks.
2 sharks. You get 2.
Same amount of money?
Same amount of money, and then you don't have to deal with Damon, which is always...
The problem is my $100,000 now only wants 25%.
Listen, will you excuse us for a moment? Take the family outside.
Yeah.
All right, come on.
Why are we competing? All right, I think what we're going to do here is the 3 of us are going to go on a deal.
I want part of it.
Yeah.
I think he asked for a little more money.
Although, you don't want to blow it completely. We have 3 sharks on board.
Well, that's true.
Well, if they pull the offer off the table.
Yeah, then you just blew it off.
This is stressful.
It's your future. I'm not going to tell you what do y'all want to do.
All right, so, like your family, we've come together on this because it's better to be friends than enemies. In the end, it's all about money. That's how life is, unfortunately. But once you embrace that truth, wonderful things can happen. So here is the offer. The 3 of us are going to come in on this deal. Damon, myself, Robert. We're going to give you $100,000 for 33% of this company. We think it's a crapshoot. We don't know what's going to happen. But we think the real value is in the patent. And in that area, we're great partners because we've all worked in that space. What do you say?
Y'all's call.
I think we've all agreed that we're gonna look for a little more money.
Robert, Damon, and Kevin O'Leary have joined together to offer the Johnson family $100,000 for 33% of their company.
What do you say?
I think we've all agreed that we're gonna look for a little more money.
Wow. Kevin, hang on. Did you feel that? All the love and the feel-goodness just got sucked out. It's the evil face of greed that just came in.
That is really something.
What's the counter, Jake?
$150 for 33. $150,000.
You know, Jake, you're not putting enough value in what we bring to the table, just their own experience. Do you have anybody else you know that sold a $4 billion asset to a toy company? I don't think so.
So, Kevin, I hate to admit it, but I've learned something. I've learned that you are right. I thought there was a feel-good love moment here, but guess what?
You know, the cold, hard reality of life?
It's all about what?
Money.
Here's what we're doing. We are standing up for the business.
This business isn't worth the money you're asking for. I was willing to take a leap of faith with you. Because
I'm going to step out.
Team.
I'm stepping out.
So I don't want to negotiate with you. We made an offer, so I'm going to step out on your counter.
Now you kids are seeing what life is really like, and this is an important lesson for you. In the end, it's only about the money all of the time. Never forget that. If you consider our original offer, which was 3 sharks, $100,000, with the contingency you clear that patent. This is our last offer. We're not changing it. Take it or leave it.
What you gonna do?
We are so
Taking it.
We're taking it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Really, whose idea was it to come back and counter? Because you know you came that close, my friend, to not getting a deal.
But we did.
Wow, let me get him out of here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good job, guys.
The kid is a rock star.
We got a deal!
Next up is James Mitchell, with an environmentally friendly product he is passionate about.
Hi, I'm James Mitchell. My company is Pure Air Odor Eliminator. I'm seeking an investment of $150,000 in exchange for 10% equity. Now, Pure Air is the only safe and natural odor eliminator on the market today. It'll work on any smell you have. And I'm wondering if Barbara, if you'll step up and help me
I'd be
for a
happy
moment.
to. You're not going to spray me, are you?
I have a bottle of ammonia here that simulates urine. Urine smells are the hardest to get rid of in the world. So what I do is I spray a spray of ammonia on a tissue, and I let you verify that it smells like urine.
Yeah, worse.
Now with Pure Air, you spray it everywhere where the smell's coming from. And our logo on our bottle actually shows you what we do. We break apart the molecules that make the smell, not cover it up with a chemical fragrance.
It's amazing. It smells great. Really.
It is amazing.
Did it work, Barbara?
Yeah, it smells great.
It's truly the only 100% food-grade edible odor eliminator on the market today.
Wow.
All right, James, it's showtime now. Do you own this patent?
It is not patented.
Oh.
Why isn't it patented?
It's my understanding that you have to disclose everything about what you have, and then what would stop a largest chemical household products company from changing one insignificant ingredient and stealing what I have?
What sales do you have?
I can tell you to date, I've sold almost $3.2 million of Pure Air.
Wow. That's really exciting.
We're averaging about $19,000 a month.
Sorry, James. I thought you said your sales for this year were $3.2 million.
No, since inception.
Oh, who cares about that?
Last year was $315,000.
What were they the year before? They were $300,000.
That's kind of an exciting moment to discuss, because the year before that, they were over $500,000. And 70,000 of that was to Walgreens nationwide, 6,000 stores.
So why did the sales go down? That doesn't sound very exciting.
In month 2 of us being on the shelf, it was made aware to me that a large competitor knows I'm out there. And we were mysteriously terminated from Walgreens.
Why did they kick you out?
I'll tell you why. Your competitors, they don't want their business going away, and they're great partners with Walgreens and everybody else. And they said it's time to shut you down and crush you like the cockroach you are. Now, you want me to get in bed with you and get crushed again?
I had a CEO that did the best he could, but after the Walgreens episode, we brought in a consulting firm to teach us how much money you would have to support national retail operation.
What was their answer?
$4 million.
James, do you own 100% of this business?
Between myself and my angel, we own 57%.
Sorry, between you and who?
I have an angel.
Investor.
He and I together own 57%.
Who owns the rest?
A combination of friends and family.
How much money did you raise?
It was about $500,000 to $600,000.
And it's gone.
It's gone now, yes.
Gone on what?
The problem is we got it in pieces. We never got a chunk.
You got kicked out of a national retailer. How are we going to get back in?
You know, the economy soon after in 2009 started hitting the skids. We refocused. Who's our primary customer? They're naturally minded or green minded or...
James, is this the only product in the world that is all natural that does this?
This is the only food grade odor eliminator technology.
Is there another product that isn't food grade that I can't spray into Barbara's mouth but will still do the same job?
I know most of the people that come to us have been disappointed with...
There are competitors.
There are competitors.
At the end of the day, are you ready to license this to somebody who actually can get distribution?
How are we glossing over this fact? They raised $600,000. They hired a professional CEO. I'm sure that guy did that.
Well, James, did he ever go and talk about licensing to a large consumer products company?
Now, this was a gentleman.
No. Don't give us the background. Just say yes or no.
He was not a CEO before this.
So you hired a bozo who blew $600,000.
James, tell me yes or no. Did he go and call on a large company to try to...
No, he did not. That was my job.
Then why did he get fired and not you?
James, you're not answering us. We just want yes or no. Has anybody in your company or affiliated with your company talked to a major producer of this type of product?
In the last 2 years.
My former CEO...
Yes or no?
Talked to a division.
What happened?
A company that's large enough that they have multiple divisions,
okay.
Not just
What did
retail.
they say?
And they said based on the testing that they have done so far, it shows it's a very promising opportunity.
What happened to that opportunity?
That was a week ago.
A week? Now, look, you're like a clam we've been prying open.
Wow.
Why does it take so long to get to the obvious path of success?
I just want to clear the field here a little. I'm definitely out.
James, you've gone through $600,000 of investors' money. Now you want $150,000. I don't think you know what you're doing. I'm out.
James, here's my deal. I think the only thing more expensive than education is ignorance, and you are ignorant to this market. I'll bring that knowledge, but I need 50%.
Horrific idea, very bad. Let me tell you my idea, right? I'm going to buy the whole company, 100% for $150,000, and I'm going to fire you. This is the best news you've heard today. Because I'm going to leave you with a 7% royalty forever, for the rest of your life, of what I make off this product. You're going to be very rich. That's my offer.
Is there nothing valued in the star power that I have?
You have no star power. You're an awful salesman. You are. You don't have the ability to answer a question directly. And do you know what that does to people that are listening to you? It makes them think that you're shifty.
James, I don't care about any of that, because you're fired the second I buy the company.
That. Because I'm trying to figure out, is he smart enough to know he's really bad at his job?
Who cares?
So I can make an offer.
Okay, so how can I be bad at my job when I built this market from scratch in the Northwest?
James, yes or no? Because it is about
Damon,
to be
we
retracted.
heard your offer. We heard Kevin's offer. Let me just ask a question before I decide whether I'm going to make an offer or not. Are you willing to walk away?
Two sharks are out. James has two offers on the table. But before Robert makes an offer, he wants to know if James is willing to walk away from his company.
Are you willing to walk away?
I came in prepared today to not be the only one running it. I came in to build a team like Henry Ford.
I want to be on your team, my friend.
This is not a personal attack against you. I'm trying to make money here. I'm just looking at the opportunity and saying to myself, there's only one way to get there. You add no value to that, and I'm not trying to insult you, but I'm trying to make you wealthier.
James, is your opportunity today contingent on you being an employee in that business?
consumers out there want to know the truth, and they think there's some big brother
Yes or
watching
no?
over them as
Yes
far
or
as
no?
safety on the market.
What's your point out of all this?
And there's
Why
nothing.
can you never answer
Damon,
a
hang
question?
Yes or no?
It's such a shock for me to imagine.
What does this matter with anything? Let's bring this home.
James, I've learned in life when something's too hard, it's probably good to get out. So you seem to have a difficult time of giving me a straight answer. So I'm out.
What was your...
Let's just move on.
James, you got 2 deals on the table here. What is your answer?
So I should make a phone call.
James, who are you going to call?
My wife. So, I have 2 offers. Damon wants 50% for $150,000, and the other option comes with me not being a part of the company.
Okay. Damon, listen to me for a second. You retract your offer. You put up half the 150. You get half of my deal. He is fired the second we write the check. We get rid of all that baggage. You don't want that guy near you. He is bad news.
How would you feel about going with Damon's offer if there was a royalty?
James, there's a change in the offer. I'm going to come in half with Kevin.
There's only one opportunity. We're buying your company for $150,000. We're going to take your formula and license it and pay you for the rest of your life 7% of every cent we make. It's an incredible opportunity for you. But with certainty, so you understand this, we'll be firing you the minute we give you the $150,000.
We will save you a lot of time, a lot of energy, and we will call everybody that we know, which is 5 people that control the entire planet.
I'm busy.
Look, let's get very focused here. You can't get $150,000 from a bank. The only place you can get some cash right now is right here, this moment. Are you in or are you out?
So no other opportunities.
Yes or no?
I can't accept that offer.
I'll add another $75,000 to it if the guys let me in. $225,000 for the 100%, and you get a 7% royalty. Same condition.
I can't accept that amount. Thank you for your time.
I thought more money would sway him.
Unbelievable.
I was incredibly insulted when they thought the only problem was me. They're making all these assumptions, and they weren't there. So it was awful.
Next week on Shark Tank.
I'd like to introduce you to Vinny Pastore, star of Sopranos.
You know you're a redneck when your kids are strapped to your luggage.
Every deal that comes out of my lips is wonderful.
I think that he's giving you a sucker deal.
We certainly don't want to give up our whole dream. I mean, we created this.
You're not selling that much.
I thought you knew everything about every business.
I'm willing to admit what I don't know, Robert, unlike you.
I already have about $200,000 into it.
Worst thing I've heard on this show.
John, you just got whacked.